Hi, I'm Dr. Deepa Shetty here again, and I'm a health coach. Today's topic is something which we will really try to explore about our own self. Why is that sometimes, in spite of all the gist and desire to achieve in life, you're not able to? Why is that sometimes when you really want to work on your relationship and you still are not able to? Why in sometime that in spite of being I'm the person who wants to be happy all the time, I find myself being angry, frustrated, or sad at times. There are many reasons for all these emotions that we experiences. There are many reasons that we want to be positive, but we still find ourselves into a lot of negative zone. Now here we have to understand when I mean positive and negative. There are no emotions as such which can be categorized as negative or positive, but emotions which makes you down and which makes your system down, which makes you feel down, and which really doesn't get the productivity out of you in terms of being feeling good about yourself and others, are meant to be negative. And the emotions which makes you really feel free and feel in sync with your own self and make you feel somebody who is really feeling achieving success within, is somebody I would say is experiencing a positive emotions. Now, as important it is to experience a positive emotions and remain positive, it is also important that you experience your negative emotions also fully, because we all have a part of us which is. Do you remember seeing movies where whenever a person is got gets into conflict, you see one the same person, one a part of him coming out and telling him तुम्हें ऐसे नहीं करना चाहिए, तुमको उसके साथ ऐसे नहीं रहना चाहिए, you should not care about others. So one part of you will always say something which is against the way you have thought and builded yourself up and have grown up. Will always try to oppose that other part which is like, I want to stay in this relationship, I want to stay in this job, or I want to not take this. So there is always a conflict between two minds of yours. And why is that happening? Because somewhere down the line you are not in sync with your own self. It's very important that you get in sync with your own self. Then only you will be able to develop any kind of relationship outside you. We can develop techniques where we can really be good at communicating to people, good at in our relationship skills, good can be good a public speaker or can be good public communicator. We can have people skills also. We can all have it as a learned technique. But at the end of the day, which will make you feel really good is how and what kind of relationship you have with your own self. That's very important part of your growth. And that's where I have seen a lot of diseases come up. When you're not in ease with your own self, that is where the diseases come up. So all the belief system that you have about yourself and the world, all the judgments which we have about ourselves and the world, and all the thought patterns which run in your mind without your permission, are also part of the ease that you have with your own self and with the world. So, disease for me as a doc out here is something when you are not at ease with your own self. That is when it starts forming in your body, in different parts of your body, telling you that change here. Rather than change, I would say telling you that here is where you need to stop and think now. What is that? That is making you go through this pain in such a depth. Pain, I always feel, is there to make you aware that you are neglecting something out there, even when it means neglecting your own body. If you neglect your own body, also there are a lot of pain which you experience. So pain is come there to help you out. Every disease out there comes to help you out. If you don't get bogged down saying that, why am I getting perceived by this disease? Why am I getting persecuted? Or rather, I would say, why am I always suffering this way? Till and until you stop and think the reason behind your suffering, till and until you stop and think, why am I getting into this pattern again and again? You will never be able to free yourself. Whether it is a challenge of the relationship, where you experience failure in terms of breakups, or whether it is a challenge of relationship where you experience failure in terms of not able to communicate yourself, whether it is a challenge of job where you experience that this is not for me and I'm not happy doing this, or there are office politics or whatever, there are many things which can go wrong in a job, and I'm not saying other people are not responsible. I am just trying to tell you that you are in power with your own self. The control is with you. We don't have a control on other people's way of thinking and other people's way of behavior. We have control on our behavior, our way of thoughts, and our actions, which can generate the results which you want. That's very important that you get aware of. If you do everything in your life mindfully, getting aware of everything that you do, I am sure the result will be different. I wanted to take here a topic which will help you all to see that what are the patterns in your life which actually stop you from being what you are. What are the patterns in your life which you can try, get aware, and try to be different from what you have been till now. Because the patterns which worked for you as a child, the pattern which worked for you to evolve till here from wherever you are, maybe helped you to stand here and be here, but those patterns may not be helping you in this current situation to get in sync with your own self and make you happy. Sometimes we may be successful but we may not be happy. Sometimes we may be happy and we may not be successful. So success is actually a very individual take. But what's important is, are you comparing it with anybody else? Or you are comparing with your own self from where you were yesterday to where you are today? Are you comparing with your own self to understand what did I want from my life in the past and what do I want right now? Where do I want my future to be? And even if you don't do all of this, if you can just stand still today and see, how is that today I am, and how is that today I can be? How is that today I am standing here and I've achieved what I want to achieve, suppose, because I am standing at the stage where I feel I have reached one point, and if I have not achieved what I wanted to achieve, what did go wrong, and what is that I didn't learn? It's very important that learning you don't take and blame yourself for anything, because you're not supposed to self sabotage yourself. You're supposed to take that experience as a learning stepping stone and go ahead. That is where everything will make you really, really be you. And being you is the most important thing in this life, because that will make you a very happy person within. And that will definitely spread outside also among your own people, and then there is no complaint about life or anybody else there. So I want all of y'all to be free from any kind of disease that you're experiencing out there, whether it is mental, emotional, or physical, and be in touch with your own self. Love yourself and trust yourself. No self doubt out there. Just trust yourself and have faith on the higher power. He always makes us go through the experiences which can get the qualities and abilities out of us and make us the person we want to be. You just have faith on that higher person out there, the higher God or the higher power, and take each and every experience a stepping stone towards what you want to be, and learn from that experience. If you don't learn, the pattern will repeat. That's the part of nature. The pattern never goes off till you get aware of it and you learn from it. So, if you want to remain in a very happy, comfortable, and beautiful zone, learn from your experiences and forgive everything and everyone, including you. That's very important part of being happy. Saying so, stay tuned. I may take a video on self-sabotaging, how we sabotage ourselves by self-doubting and self-judgment in the next session. Till then, see you again. Take care. Stay tuned. Do like and comment. Thank you.